going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to go over this trade that I took today on EU, and I also want to talk about this trade that I took today on GJ, and how on GJ I was able to cut myself a little bit short from taking a full loss, and then how I was able to get back into EU on a downside and make my profit back and end my day profitable. I'm going to show you a little bit from the stream so you can see my reactions to it live, but then I'm also going to go into how I saw it in this type of view, because I know that maybe the stream is just too redundant for a lot of people, so I wanted to give it to you with just a chart. So here we go. Let's see what happened today. Divergent here, breaking. Let me see if like I said, I want to stay with the trend as much as I can. GJ, is this making structure right here? Divergent, come up, support, 2 candle bullish to bring it higher maybe? I'm not sure just yet. I don't want to be super early on this. What I was saying on the 5-minute was kind of like downtrending structure, like break, sideways, break, sideways, break. But now it didn't do that. It's starting to hold and push back up. Let's see what happens as it hits this channel. So I came into the lower time frame and I started to watch what was happening. And what I was starting to see was that price hit a low here and it was almost divergent. It was a little bit flat here, as you can see, but it was rising here. And this area here where it kind of made this bullish engulfing was sitting on this liquid 50s trend line, was starting to rise up. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, this thing might be coming back to try and check these highs up here around 70. I was like, let me see if it starts to make more uptrending structure. That's a 2 candle on the 1 minute. Do I take a stop down here at like 24? That's a 20 pip stop. I need 40. I would need to go all the way up to like 80 something. It would have to break for a new high a day. I want to see how it handles this structure, like this this trend line, this kind of like back, you know, is it break, retest, and then is it going to like come lower, or is it going to stay with this momentum to the upside? I like this candle right here. I'm long GJ. My stop is going to be 134.30. So I'm in at 45. My stop is 30, so that's like 15 pips. So what I was trying to do was I was trying to see it come up to get to these highs. I needed 30 pips, so I was looking to get it up to, I believe, 75, from 45 to 75, because I had 15 pip stop. So it looked something like this. A long position, I was in at 45, something like that. So here's what started happening. Now all the while, I'm sitting here looking at the 5-minute, and I'm like, this looks like it's good. Like, it looks like it made this really nice bullish engulfing, and then it kind of settled, and now really strong here. I'm looking for some more kind of up, consolidate. I want to start seeing some up trending structure, you know, higher highs, higher lows, you know, stuff like that. So I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Looking at the 15-minute, I said, oh man, this looks pretty good. I said, I'm like coming through this trend line. I'm in a buying condition. I feel like it's got potential, and I was feeling like this trade was gonna probably try and work out. GJ looking pretty good. It's a nice little 2 candle here on the 5-minute that just closed. You can see a little bullish engulfing. 15-minute up into through the trend line. It's trying to come higher. It's right back into this chop, so it could be a little dicey, but we're moving in the right direction. We're starting to break up a little bit on the 1 minute. We'll see how it handles these highs. As it started going along, it started to not look so good. Strong push, see if it goes sideways. Again, on big pushes like that, sometimes a little sideways, sometimes a little correction, but that's momentum. I'd like to see that momentum continue. I'd like to see it come and test these highs around 70, something like that. But if not, then what it's doing is it's making a lower low, a lower high, double top for the fall. So I have to be wary of that. It did that. Got 2 minutes left in the candle. It can do anything. Shouldn't close it too early, but I don't think I like what this is doing. I got my finger on the trigger. I don't like how that's falling through. Could hold here, up, pull back, hold, and then push higher. This is divergence. This is falling. I'm out. I'm closing the trade. Yeah, I saved myself a couple bucks. Nah, it wasn't right. I could see it wasn't. This was a good candle, but then once it started, and then I'm looking at the 5 minute, how it's like just, it's not doing it. It's not what it's doing. I think I got out around 35ish or so, or 30. I can't quite remember. I'll post it on the screen for you. So I took that loss, and I lost $199. It was a little less than 2% because I didn't take the full stop out on it. So I cut it to there, something like that. At the same time, what I was seeing was I clicked, I said, all right, let's keep it moving. You know, that's an L. What else do we have going on? We had been looking at EU to come and break out of this box because this is what I was drawing. I saw coming into 8:30, this was NFP. That was happening. And I said, oh, this looks square. Because I either draw channels or squares. That's the two that I use, and I'll definitely make a video on that. So I drew it like this, and I said, look, this is like a square, man. This is just consolidating. Let's see if it breaks to the upside or the downside. And then it wicked, and then it smashed down. And I said, all right, this is a really big push, but I don't want to take a sell down here. That's not reasonable. What you want to see is you want to see it come down, come up, and if indeed it is going to sell, it's either going to find resistance here, or it's going to try and find resistance up in this box, and then it's going to make a bearish engulfing pattern that I recognize as a sell, and the sell is going to be valid. If it doesn't, if it comes up through this box and starts to check higher, then the uptrend is still in play, and you know, we're going to try and take it long. So what happened, you can see that right there, and this was at the same time that I was getting tapped out of GJ. So I came right over here and I looked on the 5 minute chart and I saw this. Now I'm also going to show you what I was saying about, look at the indicator here on the replay. See how this RSI is just sitting on the liquid 50? Well, that's not what it looked like in the live mode. In the live mode, this thing was all the way through it. Here's a nice 5 minute on EU. That might be worth a sell. It's going to be down, correct, down. It's through on a 5 minute. Stop at 75. I'm going short on EU with a stop at 75. See how it rejected the zone, crossed through on the 5 minute. I'm going to try and see if I can bring it back down here. I'm in a little bit smaller, so I don't risk as much in case it's wrong, because this thing could just be choppy. But to me, it was like break, retest, bearish engulfing. See if I can get it to come back down here. I lost like 199 bucks off that first trade. So I lost less than 2%. So if I wind up going in the wrong direction on this one, then I can close it and still only lose like 2% on the day. I do like that 5 minute entry though. Break, retest, bearish engulfing through the liquid 50, right on our trend line. Look at that. Like, see, that makes sense to me. My stop is up here at 75. It's above the candle structure. I do like this candle though. Up, consolidate, engulfs the whole thing through this liquid 50. This should fall, at least come and check these lows, in my opinion. When I see an RSI pushing through a liquid 50 like that in like a selling condition, as a break, as a retest, as a bearish engulfing candle, and I see it through this liquid 50, in my mind what that tells me is it's just more confirmation. I'll take the candle as it is, just like this, because I understand that this was the start of the uptrend. It consolidated and then it closed down through. So to me, this is like a reversal pattern, bearish engulfing momentum. The added combination of the TDI, all that does to me is give me confirmation that there's momentum. So I put an entry in here at 65 and I had to stop at 75. I just literally took it right at the candle high. So I was in at 64.9 and my stop was 75.0. I think this makes sense. Breaks down, comes up, finds resistance, and now it's pushing down. But again, is it just trapping people? There's my alarm for my doctor. I'm right at like break even. I would like, you guys know what I want to see. Down, sideways, down. This is a breakout candle. This is through on the 5-minute. It is in a selling condition. My analysis tells me this should come short based on this. Break, retest, starts to move away. Should come lower. At least down to these lows I would like to see, at least. Because if it is going to come lower, why would it not come and at least test this level? If not fall through it. I'm going to move my stop to BE 112649. Just as I don't want to lose this day. There's no reason for that. But this thing looks like it's finding the momentum I was hoping for. Really close to take profit. I could close it here and be up on the day. I don't want to let it. I don't want to close it just yet because it's still falling. And there we go. Literally bang, smashed it. Awesome. Wow. Caught it. I was going to move it to like a little lower, but that's a nice rip. 336 bucks. I'm up 100 and if you guys could see, I'm up 136 on the day. Didn't get scared of the loss. Anybody catch this? Nice. Nice job, Supima. Good hit. Went right there. I was going to put it down to like 34 actually and give myself another 10 pips just to kind of kick it. Now this thing's starting to get a little bit of action. GJ falling. This was really good. I think that I might have got a little bit too caught in trying to stay with the trend on GJ, and what we should have done was focus on EU and realize that on EU what had happened was that it broke down. You knew you were going to get a retest of either this level or the box. It retested the box through double pin rejection, bearish engulfing. This is where we got in, 65. Took it down. I hit my 2R. Maybe I should have hit it a little heavier. But I didn't want to lose like 4% today. So maybe that's a mistake on my part. I should have maybe just put my full position in because I would have hit for like 600 and I would have made 400 on the day. It is what it is. The day is positive. I'm taking good entries. And that's it. It was just a really, really, really good trade. And that's how I wound up turning a losing day into a profitable day. That wasn't as much profit as I would have liked to have taken, but sometimes you just got to take what the market gives and do the best you can. So I'm down I'm exactly down 1% for the week. This day could have made me blue on the week, but the key is that, I stayed within myself. I didn't get too crazy, and I'm just staying to consistent patterns that I recognize and understand, and market structure that I recognize and understand, and just waiting for the big wins to come because I know they're right around the corner. So right now I'm just staying flat and protecting capital and moving in the right direction. So that's my recap on the 2 trades today. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, make sure that you follow the Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Nesfx for live trading Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern to 11 o'clock. I appreciate it, guys, and I will see you in the next video.